So apparently there's a Home Alone reboot, and I didn't know about this bit. Before we get into that, Fake Goodwin here. Eventually we will like, subscribe, share. I talk about a lot of different things over here, mostly film, Marvel, DC, any kind of superhero related movies, anything with a strong presence in pop culture and fandom, Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, Child's Play, a lot of different stuff, especially with things that wholesome nostalgia like this. Home Alone, or Wonder Years. They're rebooting everything. They literally are rebooting everything. They just can't stop. And it's not because anybody isn't creative or anything. I mean, I could write the hell out of some movies and TV shows all the livelong day, and I cannot be the only one. I definitely know I cannot be the only one. The problem is that new things, they get shelved. They collect dust to the point where they're just then thrown out because, what do you know? This new movie, take anything. This new reboot needs a sequel because it proved to be successful, or this new remake needs a sequel because it proved to be successful. And just reboot, turn it into a saga, a franchise. Forget about taking any risks and making anything new because Hollywood just doesn't know. They just want the guarantee, which is why they're always adapting things too. Always adapting anything they can because they want a guarantee from something that's successful. But I've got no problem with them adapting books and such. I do have a problem with them just repeatedly rebooting movies and TV shows constantly to the death. Instead of doing something new and fresh, they just want to dig up everything that's already been done and cash in on it again because it's easier. It's easier. So unfortunately, Disney Plus Home Alone reboot is happening. I didn't know this. Apparently, it's been known for a bit here, but the reboot cast Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel, Chris Parnell, and Ali Mackey. And the reboot it's going to be different. It's going to be different. So I don't know, man. Disney reboot cast Kenan Thompson and Mackey in the upcoming film, which will be directed by Dan Mazer. And it's pretty much just the first movie, Home Alone, was released in 1990, starring a young Macaulay Culkin in the lead and Kevin McAllister. Kevin is an 8-year-old boy who is accidentally left home alone. And this film's going to actually be pretty different because the Disney Plus reboot was first announced last year by the CEO of Bob Iger. However, the reboot will feature all new characters and an all new storyline. The new movie centers on a young boy named Max who has stolen a porcelain doll and a couple, Pam and Hunter, who is fighting with Max to get the doll back. Production for the Home Alone reboot, along with many other upcoming Disney films, had been halted due to the pandemic. Now, new information about the film's cast has been revealed. This insider reported that Kenan Thompson, Chris Parnell, and Ali Mackey have joined the cast of the Disney Plus reboot. Thompson will play Gavin, Parnell will play Uncle Stu, and Mackey will play May. No other details about the characters were revealed. They joined Jojo Rabbit's Archie Yates, who will play the lead role of Max, as well as Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney, who play the couple feuding with Max. So that's the kid there. Aren't we tired of these reboots and stuff? Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be funny and all that, but I'm just tired of reboots, man. Remakes, reboots, remake the hell out of everything, reboot the hell out of everything. And guess what? After a certain point of the remake or reboot failing after a few films, they're gonna be like, let's just leave it alone, and then we'll come back to it in a few years with another reboot, or maybe we'll come back to it in a year with another reboot. So the Disney home, and this isn't really a reboot per se. It's kind of just like another Home Alone adventure with a different kid. I guess. I don't even remember how many Home Alone films there are. The only two that I only thought the first two were really good. I can't even really remember the rest of them. But they weren't great, or in my opinion, they weren't great. Maybe some people really like them and love them and think they're the best. So the Disney Plus Home Alone reboot, which currently doesn't have a title, does show promise with the talented comedic cast. Disney has already seen hits with The Mandalorian and recently blah blah. Yeah. So that said, its original movies like Lady and the Tramp, Noelle, and Stargirl haven't made nearly as big of a splash like many other streaming services. Disney Plus hasn't revealed official data, but it seems unlikely these original films performed anywhere near as well as Hamilton. Still, the Home Alone franchise does have a strong fan base, with the first two films going down in history as classics, especially during the holidays. However, the following three Home Alone sequels, which did not feature the original cast, were not critical and commercial successes. So it's unclear if the Disney Plus Home Alone reboot will be able to capture the magic. I personally don't think this is going to perform that well. It's not going to go over that well with people because art is timeless. Film is art. To reboot and remake everything is a bit silly. You think you need an updated version for newer audiences. Like, newer audiences can't go back to that older film and enjoy it the way it is. I can go back to black and white or silent films and enjoy plenty of them. And that's a whole different color palette and everything. I mean, and that's lack of audio. That's lack of a color palette. But I can go back to those style of movies and watch them and enjoy them and appreciate a lot of them for what they are. There are, there are a lot of horror icons. Their original movies still stand the test of time and still are the best in comparison to all the sequels and reboots. People enjoy films for what they are, the art that they are, the timeless classics they are, and you don't need to constantly update and renew everything. That's just my personal opinion. So, I'm not sure how people will feel about this, but I'm very curious to hear. Personally, I'm not saying don't do it. You don't have to do it. Why don't you give real creativity a chance? Do something new. Do something fresh. Stop letting those screenwriters that are working hard to come up with these creative, original ideas, just letting their screenplays set on the shelf and collect dust. Let them feel like they're worthless because their film's never going to be seen, or something, that their film wasn't good enough because all Hollywood wants to do is remake and reboot everything. Come on, run with something fresh. Now, that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think of this, what's your opinion on it. Like, subscribe, share if it's a good one here. Eventually we will win. For now, there's this. Stay awesome. Rock on.